Well, most of my inspiration in sport came from very few role models. You have to remember that I grew up in the pre-Title IX days. I was in high school when Title IX legislation passed in 1972. So there weren't a lot of opportunities out there for girls and women in sport, or in the business world for that matter. And most of my role models were in the sports of skiing and running. I really wanted to make it as a ski racer to the Olympics, and I remember the 1964 Olympics in Grenoble vividly, and that's really what hatched my passion for sport. And I remember the Corcoran family from Vermont. I remember Jean-Claude Keeley, I remember Billy Kidd and Jimmy Huga, I remember Nancy Green. Those were the role models I had. And then my sophomore year in high school, I broke my leg, and I started to run as a form of rehabilitation. And at that point, I found that running was really accessible. It was really affordable. You didn't have to travel to the mountains. You didn't have to wait for the snow. You didn't need a lot of special equipment. I could run right outside my door. So then I started to set goals as a runner. And I was a little bit embarrassed to be seen when I was first running, because I was a tomboy, having grown up with 3 brothers in a neighborhood full of boys. So I would walk when cars passed me by. And then one day I said, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm following my own passion. I'm just going to get out there and run. And that really was the beginning of my career. But as I evolved as a runner, Francie LaRue Smith was a big role model for me, Mary Decker Slaney, and there were other women athletes as well. Bobby Gibb, the first woman to win the Boston Marathon, was another great inspiration for me, and the late Greta Weitz was a role model as well.